I'm feeling grateful to welcome our next guest who is spraying love in all directions and awakening people for realizing the true meaning of inner peace. She is Ms. Amy Blesio, Mahamandleshwar Pandit Yoga Charani Swami Gayatri Devi. She's a Yoga Paripurna School Master and UPF Ambassador for Peace recognized by UN, received honorary doctorate by Techno India University and elected as advisor of this university. In 2010, she received the F. Gandhi Simplicity Award at the Mahatma Gandhi Memorial in New Delhi, India. Amy Blesio is patron of the Women International Network Award for Peace and Non-Violence and member forever of the World Peace Development and Research Foundation India. In Italy, she is member of Seta Mondo Association Board of Directors, Milan Department of Culture and contact person for the Rights and Equal Opportunity section. She is founder and spiritual guide in Milan of Suryanagra Ashram, president of the World Community of IC and TD of CUI official Italian Confederation of Yoga and the International Yoga Confederation of Delhi. Co-founder and ambassador of the World Movement of Yoga and Ayurveda. During the last 20 years, she has published her experiences in 12 books. So please welcome Ms. Amy Blesio.
Thanks to Dr. Vikanji and to all is connected in this celebration Yoga Day. The modern society considers yoga no more as gymnastic. Instead, it should be the way to harmonize the body with the mind and spirit, but in the most cases consists of working only on the physical aspect, forgetting the inner aspect of ourselves, our essence. In some school, we work on asana or pranayama. In other meditation, is proposed that term that is generally translating into dhyana, which is not a liberation of thoughts, but is to delete the thoughts. Dhyana should be called abstraction and not meditation. Sometimes there is even the claim to start from samadhi, but we cannot start building a temple from the roots, but from a good and solid foundation. Yoga must start from its roots and origin. In a world of specialization, to know the full aspect of yoga is difficult because having lost the deep knowledge of the origin, they take a small part for expanding it exponentially and calling it inappropriately yoga. And the reason for all these different branches which converge in the term yoga are the need of the human being to recover contact to own center with reality in this time where the physical aspect is very important and only appearance is considered as a goal, paying little attention to the inner aspect. Many people go into crisis, feel themselves useless, and then would like to rise, but are increasingly bound by possession and the appearance. A Sufi verse says, the more one possesses, the more one is possessed. They feel the need to find themselves, but many don't know where and how. And they continually search outside what they can find inside. Our essence, we cannot be found outside. It is a path, a conscious pilgrimage that takes place within ourselves. Antavikrama in a pilgrimage that we must travel perhaps with the help of our guide, but we have to do the path personally, ourselves. Save knowledge and knowledge it save us. I tell my student, the more you know, the more you'll have means of knowledge. Knowledge is the way to get the realization. Yoga is knowledge that opens mind and makes us grow up and improve from within ourselves. The open mind, not conditioned by any line of thought, is like a white light that contains all the colors and illuminates, reviving everything, every color, every aspect of life. And it is a huge help to overcome the suffering of this year of intolerance, of mental clutter that many people show in their refusal to accept other ways of thinking and living. Actually, yoga is now a very important discipline and much expanded on planetary level. It has become necessary, perhaps more than it has ever been in the past. It is more effective way to get in touch with our own essence. Yoga is a knowledge that's open mind. Sometimes Westerners use the term science to describe Indian systematic knowledge, but this word denotes a typically European American concept. Me too often use the word science to identify yoga because for the Westerner it is a term of prestige. There are some difference, however, between the ways of using this English term as it is used from Indian people. English confuses the humanities, the classic literature, and the arts with each other. In India, there is no jati class dedicated to science, except Jyotisha. In the West, science in general was attested to the Italian scientist Galileo as a conception of knowledge, like an alternative to traditional knowledge, Aristotelian Ptolemaic, and as a synthesis of experience of reason, the acquisition of verifiable knowledge, while in German and Dutch they use science of the spirit. I think this is preferable to use this concept science. Science of the spiritual, science, body, mind, and spirit, that are the concept of yoga, union. So yoga is a science that unites body, mind, spirit. Do we really know what yoga is? There are many variations in yoga, some relevant and some not. In yoga, mind, body, and spirit are integrated as it is in the current term holistic, because everything is contained in the whole. In Isha Upanishad, the Shanti mantra of perfection in the all, it said, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate Om Shanti 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 Om. It explains itself Om, that is complete. This is complete. That is complete. This is complete. From the complete comes the complete. It is it. You remove the complete from the complete remains. Maybe not all knows that the zero was invented by the Indians. Here, the meaning of this splendid mantra that use a number. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 from 4, 0, it is 0. 0 divided 0, it is 0. 0 minus 0, it is 0. Human beings are not always ready to learn or accept what others want to tell them. In their imitation, they aren't able to take the true meaning of the principle, even if something there they have intuition that help them to raise their level of consciousness. Sigmund Freud said that yoga has always been aimed at achieving higher state of consciousness. To this goal, the mind is a potential obstacle. Yoga has always agreed with the psychiatry that the mind is a wonderful tool, dispensable not only to operate in the world, but to some extent also from our spiritual growth. That it is the purpose of life when a certain evolution of consciousness reached is the elimination of desire, and in this way the mind disappears, giving way to the consciousness of the true self, the universal consciousness. And here we can reach Dhyan. What is said is abstraction. Abstraction, this is why thoughts must be deleted in order to be able to hear the subtle sound of intuition. And it is also for this reason that cannot be called meditation, Diana, because it would be an oxymoron. If we want to hear the subtle sound of intuition, we cannot keep the chaos of thoughts in the mind. Meditation is just an introduction to obtain one thought only, as it happened in the practice of dharana, which reduced the chaos to a single vritti modification, that after in dhyana it disappears that too. This is a high state of dhyana, where the silence is required to know that the void which is full. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om. Satoma Sagamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityormahamritangamaya. Om Shanti 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 Om. Thanks to all.
Thank you very much, respected Amiji, for such an elaborative and specific understanding which you provided to all of us on yoga and science. Swamiji.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you.